Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. As promised, this episode is a bit sooner than the other ones. I actually wanted to upload it on Sunday, but I got a bit caught up with things, and then yesterday on Monday, hay fever was getting the best of me. So, well, here we are on a Tuesday, and we're a bit lower rated than we ended off the last video. I think we ended at 1651, we're currently 1648. That's because I got kind of bored while waiting for a tournament, and I wanted to practice a bit anyway. So I lost 2 games and then I won like another 13. So that currently puts us in 5th place. I think Jupe was actually playing at this moment, and well, he's playing very well, 1686. We see Polly, Party still at 1636, and Steek, the first person ever to reach 1900 rating. And I don't really see Steek dropping anything soon. Blinky, just absolutely incredible as well. And Castroller, 1706. Let's see how far we can get. I don't think we're going to be overtaking anyone this episode. Maybe we're going to be dropping down a few places. 1648. If we lose a game, we lose about 25 to 28 points, I'd say. So that already would drop us out of the top 10. Thank you very much, by the way, for the support that not only this series has gotten so far, but the entire channel. The number of likes, subscribers, and just views in general. Absolutely amazing. I think the last episode was the second one to reach 1,000 views, so thank you very much for that. Alright, into the game we go, starting off in Ecuador. Of course, we're playing ACW. All locations should be pinpointable. But, I mean, I'm quite good at pinpointing, but I'd need some clues for it. Maybe like this one. Don't think that's gonna help me. Well, we are in Ecuador. We're playing against Vegetal. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're very good at the game. So this might be a bit hard. I think I shouldn't be giving them this much time, and I don't think I'll find any clues anytime soon. Maybe we'll find a row number. And I started noticing that my gameplay could be a bit laggy as well while recording lately. So I hope it doesn't get too bad. Alright, Guamote. I'm gonna quickly scan for Guamote in the hopes that I'm gonna find it. Okay, I'm not gonna find it. Yeah, day 5k. Very nice. Yeah, I don't think I should give Vegetal too much time, because they're probably gonna be a bit better than I am. Well, with the current setup. Okay, we are in Russia somewhere. This is a Russia round like I've never seen before, I think. I could have a very bad guess here. I see steering wheels on the right. Ooh, maybe we're just near the near Lake Baikal. I think that could be a shout. Let's head this way. I think we're going to be near Lake Baikal, because we've got water to the west, steering wheels on the right, and we have a black car, so I mean, this shouldn't be like Tunkinski or anything. So I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to go like there. Okay, we're actually on that peninsula. We get slightly closer with the switch at the end there. Round number 3. Looks like we might be in... Well, we're definitely going to be in the US Virgin Islands. We're going to be on Saint Croix. Not going to think about it. I'm going to up the brightness a bit for myself. Red car, driving on the left. You're only going to find this setup on Saint Croix. Could have maybe lined up the road to find out it was that middle road, but I don't think that's worth it. Especially not because it's just going to take away time. Number 4, we're going to be in Scotland, I thought at first, but it's starting to look less like it. Maybe we'll find a Scottish no passing sign. Maybe we're just in Ireland. Who knows? Alright, nothing there. I kind of don't want to go that way, because it looks like it might be a dead end. Actually not too certain of the country here. So something like this would be bad if I were to attempt a country record. Country streak. I think it's going to be Ireland though. I think I've changed my mind. Because of the white houses. You're also going to find those in Scotland, but the rolling hills just feel a bit more Irish to me. So I'm going to stick by it, and I'm going to go a bit northern. It was Scotland, okay. Should have trusted my first instinct. It's gonna cost us 500 health. Yeah, the house at the end there was a bit of a bitter sign for Scotland. Alright, I think we're gonna be somewhere down here. I'm just gonna risk it. I don't think we might be further southeast. We might not be there at all. Okay, they had the same thought. We were up north. I think down there they get a lot drier. And a bit more sandy as well. But at least not giving them time helped out this time, because it didn't cost us any points. Right, next up we're going to be in... Is this Sumba? I've got a bit of a... I don't think it's Sumba because of this clearing to the west. We've got this inlet. But am I really going to find any clues here? I think I just got to line something up. I hope it's not there. Could be there, but is Timor that dry? I don't think I can risk that. That is quite a big mountain, and we have... Could it be there? I don't know. This might be a really bad guess. Okay, we're all the way on the east. It's going to be quite a bit of damage. Should have probably just hedged. They didn't even send anything that lined up. But it worked out in the end, so can't criticize them for it. 2.5 times damage now. We are going to be in North Macedonia, is it? Cyrillic, Ljubotin. That almost looks like a Bulgarian sign. Am I in the right country? I don't know. Could be Serbia. Okay, it was North Macedonia. It wasn't near Bulgaria though, even though we had a very Bulgarian looking sign. We do a bit of damage there, that's good. I'm never ruling myself out, especially when these multipliers are involved. Alright, this just looks like Bulgaria. Don't think it's gonna be Sofia. Probably Plovdiv or Stara Zagora is a bit of a bitter hedge here. Okay, no clues there. 3 times multi, I think it's smart anyway to just send somewhere in the middle. Yeah, no clues unfortunately. So I'm gonna go... Well, there's a big sign there. And that is impressive. Very nice. They might have found a sign somewhere at the start. And then also you'd have to have the knowledge of the place, which I mean, I didn't know that place. Brazil though, 3.5 times multi. Can I do something here? I think we're gonna have to find... Ooh, we have a yellow sticker. Yellow sticker starting with a letter. That is a northeastern thing. But it doesn't look like a typical yellow sticker. So I kind of want to confirm with a phone code maybe. Okay, not too much to be found here unfortunately. I'm not the best region guesser in Brazil. That's the bad thing. So I've tried to learn a bit of the polls and things like that. I think I gotta send like Northern Bahia. I think I gotta send like there with the white, with the yellow sticker. Okay. The meta doesn't go, well, that actually wins us the game. Nice. So that is a real meta. 7 points. The yellow sticker starting with the letter is apparently something for this area. I think it might be Alagoas, Sergipe. And I think maybe Bahia. And if it's a yellow sticker that starts with the number, I think it's Goiás. Planke, thank you for saving me there. Okay, we win our first game versus Vegetal. I think that was the first time that I've played Vegetal. About 1,000 games more than I have. But I've got about 600 joules more. Yeah, good opponent. Alright, very well played. That is game number 1 done. 7 points. I mean, I love the games versus champions. It makes it much more challenging, and you get rewarded so much more when you win. And losing is not as bad. But of course, it can be a bit harder. If you do come up against good opponents back to back, then it's slightly demotivating if you keep losing. But I am enjoying it so far. The waiting times are a bit longer. So let's see if we can get into a game anytime soon. Alright, that took about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. We're up against Emilio G. I'm quite scared, even though they're lower rated now. They have beaten me in the past, so this could be an interesting game. We're starting off in Italy. Doesn't look like the Alps. Well, maybe it does, because of the clear water. Flaccianico. Costa Volpino. I don't know if that's a like a province or a region. I don't think I know it. No, I know I don't know it. Okay, let's grab the place name again. Let's spam Z instead, because that just works so much better. I don't think I'm gonna find this. Unless... Which way is the water? It's the east. I've got a bit of a... It's going southeast, so it fits more for like this. That is if we're even. I mean, it doesn't really feel like the Alps. I might be doing something really stupid. It might just be further south, which I will be checking now. Any big waterways though? I don't know. I'm not the best with architecture either. I've got a lot of things to improve on. Bergamo, okay. Well, then I wasn't that bad at the start. Surely we're in here then. Don't know if this still counts as Bergamo, but might just be a safe thing to go somewhere near there. I don't know. Might be downtown Bergamo somehow. It was up there. Okay, it was quite hidden, and we're all the way at the top of the lake. No big points. Round number 2, we're going to be in Thailand. Another one of my weaker countries, if there are no phone codes. Nor English. Okay. Anything. Nope. Region guess, also no. There are some signs to the other side that I missed, but let's just go near Bangkok. That's crazy. Missing the state, but 30 kilometers away. I'll take that any day. Round number 3. We're back in Brazil. This time though, very red dirt, very flat. Probably gonna be in Santa Catarina or something. Parana, Rio Grande do Sul. Does that sign have a phone number? No. Could be Mato Grosso do Sul as well. Don't know if they maybe found a sign. Let's go somewhere near Misiones at least. Where's Mato Grosso do Sul? Okay. 3 rounds in, no big points dealt yet. No damage taken. Very similar guesses there. Round number 4 is going to take us to Sweden, I think. Generation 2. Not my favorite, but we're quickly into Generation 4. It is going to be Sweden, because it says Gatan. It feels quite northern. But is it Norrbotten? I don't think it is. I think it's more like Skellefteå, Västerbotten. It was all the way up north. It was Norrbotten. They're in the wrong country though. Could have won more points there. I'm not the best at estimating is it latitude? Yeah, it should be latitude. Okay, up next we've got Mexico. That says Durango. I think I'm gonna trust it. What does that say? Rural. Rural. Okay, they got the state as well, but they sent downtown Durango. Pushing them below 5,000 health. Good start, but we're into the multipliers now. Double damage. Gonna be in... What is this? Okay, I'm actually not too sure where we are. I thought Albania at the start, but I'm liking it less. We have yellow signs. Okay, are we in Romania? Yeah. That's weird. We're on the 2A. 2A. Aren't the 2s up here? Yeah. There's a 2. Maybe the 2s are throughout the entire country. Those are 1s. 7s. Okay, here are 2s. There's a 2A. I think that says Constanta 34. Let's line something up. Maybe we're like there. Yeah, I think that fits. I'm gonna trust it. Let's see, the 2A ends there. Or there, somewhere. So I don't think I'm gonna be too wrong. Yeah, hard round. I didn't know it was Romania at the start. We almost 5k, that's in the middle of the country. It was a shorter stretch. 1500 points, good. They're on about half health. We haven't taken any damage yet, 2.5 times multi. Let's keep going like this. That is an interesting antenna. Okay, that is a very, very smart move from them. Because I'm not too sure of the country. Okay, it is Brazil. It's very dry. Surely I go up here. Alright, days in Cambodia. We get the state. Yeah, no, we don't. We missed the state. That's gonna be a game though. Emilio, very well played. Flawless, unfortunately. 1 point. I think they're kind of underrated. They were at 1350, I'm pretty sure, at some point. 95th place, 54th place, 21st place. Yeah, not a bad player. 1 point only, unfortunately. Not the best game from my end, but 7 games unbeaten. No damage taken, flawless. I'll take it. Let's head into game number 3. The waiting times are a bit longer because I've only been able to play 2 games in 18 minutes. We're up against another slightly lower rated champion. But I don't know them by name, so maybe they're an alt, maybe they're just underrated. We're just in the UAE here, but probably just go middle of the country. Somewhere near Sharjah, Dubai. They send Botswana. Okay. Yeah, we had a card that looked kind of white, but we were driving on the right, and I mean the general sandiness felt more UAE. Alright, that says Kalimantan Tengah. I'm gonna trust it. Sure. Let's go for it. Let's send in the biggest city. Not gonna spend too much time on it. Let me learn some Poles. We actually have like half a North Sumatran pole, and we have that. I mean the tiled roof and the corrugated roofs. Okay, they actually get it as well. Very nice from sesh. Don't know how to pronounce it. They're from Germany though. Neighboring country. Round number 3 looks like Austria. Pretty sure that's German. Let me have a slightly closer look. We've got some big mountains to the north, so that definitely fits more for the south of the country. So let's end somewhere here. Very nice. They send in Switzerland, but we didn't have low cam. They don't lose the game there. 146 points left. I'm not too sure whether I could have won there. I didn't look at my score. Round number 4 puts us in Cambo, if I'm not mistaken. And it's a bit different. Like very brown soil. I don't know whether this is all the way northeast or whether it's there. Okay, they gave up. Kind of unfortunate. They could have taken a lot of damage off of us there. Don't know why they gave up. But GG's though. 4 rounds. Good. 2 points. Better than 0. Better than 1 or 0. Up against them again. Probably gonna wait after this game. With looking for the third game. That is if they give up here as well. Which I don't expect them to do. I mean, we're champions. Anyone could win. If the multipliers get high enough. Sun's in the south. I think this has got to be Philippines then. I'm not liking the movement here. Generation 3 with a white car. The movement is bad. It's very flat. I might be completely wrong on the country here. Okay, this is very bad movement. It's just the architecture and such. I'm a bit confused here though. Did I go that way? Yeah, I did go that way. Is there anything to find this way though? Most likely not. Like the pro players would probably know the basic region here already, and I am just very confused because I'm not understanding this vegetation. I've got quite a few games under my belt, but I checked. Oh, it's Sri Lanka. Okay, I didn't even look at the car. That is so poor for me. Yeah, I don't know why that took me so long to figure out. I mean, it's right there. I looked at the I looked through the top 10 leaderboard at the amount of games that everyone has played, and most of them are like above 10,000, and I'm sitting at 4,500, so I'm gonna be a bit less experienced, and that's definitely noticeable in my gameplay. I'm pretty sure if I come up against the big players, Steek, Blinky, Castroller, Jake Lyons, Phineas, that I'm not gonna be I'm probably not gonna win. Let's say that. Unless I somehow manage to stay in it with high multis. But that all depends on the game. But that's just a matter of experience and getting more used to the game. Playing more and more, improving my weak points. That's all part of the journey. Well, we're in Japan and I don't quite know the plates. They're just white. So I'm gonna send here. It's probably going to be near Tokyo though. Okay, what's 2 prefectures over? Nara. Middle hedge pays off. Tokyo has metal plates, and then we have the rounded Chubu plates, and then white plates in a lot of places. But I don't know all of them. Okay, we're back in Russia. And I don't know whether this is Urals or this is like Bratsk. Luckily no multipliers yet, that's good. Smudge on the camera, I don't know it. I'm gonna try to remember it after this round. The hill in the distance here, it reminds me of a hill that I saw on the dirt road near Bratsk, more eastern, but I don't know whether I want to send all the way there because this isn't a dirt road. Steering wheel's on the left as well. Maybe fits a bit more for the west of the country. So I'd probably send Urals then. I'd wish there was a sign somewhere near. There's a person on I think the other side of the car, and I think it's just the passenger side. Again, I might have made a very bad decision on going this way. I maybe should be heading the other way. Yeah, good players would have recognized the hills by now, the mountain range. And I'm confused. We don't have a lot of birches, which is making me think it's not going to be Siberia. They are placing their guess. I hope they're going to be at least equally as far away as I am. Yeah, I'm thinking of two regions. Either there, which I think it might not be, or it's going to be there. And it was Bratsk. Okay, that's so stupid. It was just the west side. Luckily they don't get close. only takes off 1700 points. Those are just things I need to trust myself in more. I just should have sent Bratsk right away as I said it. Luckily we're back in Russia to make it right. To make things right and actually have a good guess this time. But I'm even more clueless on this round than the previous one. I've got a short antenna and it is quite flat. I don't know whether this is going to be south of like Samara. I'd hope to find a just a useful sign for once. Maybe those trucks had something on them. I don't think so though. Kuban something, I don't know phone codes. I don't know how easy phone codes are to learn in Russia. But to me it seems like there are quite a few of them. And this is just looking like another endless road. Could try to line it up in a moment. This is definitely going to be west though. Okay. That truck's blocking the view. It's a very long northwestern road. I don't know whether it's going to be like down here. Or whether it's going to be more near here. Probably have to hedge somewhere if I can't find anything soon. And this player might just be that much better than I am at Russia. Okay, I've not really got anything here, unfortunately. So I think I get a hedge. It was all the way down south. Okay, probably never would have gone there since I didn't see mountains to the south. I didn't really check the south. But Malaysia is a good one and we're going to be in Sarawak. Maybe I know the number T8. This is where I'm going to make a stupid mistake, but I'm going to risk it. I think Miri is 4 and Lawas is 8. Let's try it. Let's risk it. Let's hope they don't get Sarawak. I think they will, because the polls are quite unique. It was Lawas, right? They got Sabah though. 264 points only. Does bring us slightly closer to knocking him out. We're gonna be in Guatemala here. I don't see a lot of palms, which is making me think this is probably gonna be south of the country then. And it's quite agricultural, so I think that fits as well. Let's try to find something that lines up. Like this maybe. Does that line up well? I think it does. Let's try it. It is ACW, so it should be 5 cable even. I didn't consider the intersection here. Might be that. Who knows? Maybe I'm in the wrong part of the country and it is up north. Okay, we're on the right road. I think that's going to be knockout damage. It will be. Alright, good. That's another victory. GG's. Another 2 points. 1660 rating. New personal best. Okay. I think Jupa and Castrollo both played. I think the ratings changed. I think Jupa lost a few points. And I think so did Castrollo. I think Castrollo was over 1700. Right. Let's wait for a moment not to come up against that player for the third time in a row. I see Wook's playing Jules as well. We're up against BZH, another champion that I've played quite a few times already. Maybe even on the series. I think we've played him a few times on the series. Starting off in, well, Poland, and we have this southern ending. I think they thought the same. It's not a flawless meta. It's not a flawless meta. Probably should just send center of the country then. Okay, round number 2, Mexico. It is Mexico, right? I'm not going crazy. Yeah. Probably should just send Mexico City here. It is kind of warm. Does feel more coastal. But I wouldn't know where. MI Transport. Transporte. Don't know where that's gonna be. Maybe a phone code could help. Just maybe. Those both start with a 3, but they're singular. They're double digit, not triple digit. So I don't know whether I can trust those. The buses are probably unique. MI Movilidad. Does MI maybe stand for Michoacán? Could be. That says Guadalajara though. But I know that a lot of companies like using the name Guadalajara. So maybe I shouldn't trust it. Or maybe I should. Probably missed a big clue already. I haven't even checked the plates. I mean, if they're Jalisco plates, I'm down to send Guadalajara. But I'm not really seeing that. Maybe on a red car I'm going to be able to see it better. That might be a Jalisco plate. Round number 2, Mexico. We're both taking our time. I'm surprised that I haven't found a sign next to the road. Like this one. It's probably going to be for a river or something. El Zapote. Probably not that useful. I mean, we have a lot of zapotes here. Maybe we're on this road. I'm not going to be as good as recognizing the landscape and lighting up mountains and such as other players are. Yeah, I think I'm going to trust... I think I might have to trust it though. We are on a road that is quite... Okay, that's a zapote. Let's trust it. There's probably going to be multiple zapotes. But we had Guadalajara. There's a Zapote del Valle. And those are probably Guadalajara buses. They were. Okay. They get the right state. Jalisco, 250 points. Nothing major there. Round number 3, no multipliers yet. And we're just going to be in Malta. Sure. Alright, it's just moving on the rounds. Guiding us towards multipliers. Gonna be in Argentina, I think. Could be Uruguay. I'm actually liking Uruguay more. We had thick white signpost there. I think it is gonna be Uruguay. I'd probably not send too close to the coast, but like a bit west. It was in the middle of the country. They go Santa Fe. It's gonna be good points, 12-10. I didn't check the rating, but maybe it's smart for me to actually send a bit quicker against opponents that are slightly lower rated. Around like this, it reminds me of Calama, but it could easily be close to Arica. I'm actually liking one of the valleys closer to Arica here because of this greenery next to the road in a very dry, deserty location. But Arica is a bit of a risky hedge though. But I feel like it could be one of these. Let's try that one. Could just be the main one though, on the 11. I could be completely wrong and it could just be Calama. Or it could be even further south. But I'm going to trust my hedge because of this vegetation. It was just very close to Arica. Very nice guess from them as well. Alright, we're on to double multiplier now. You're a campground in Canada. 306, I don't know that. Ministiquan. There's a lot of lakes apparently, so Maybe I should go Manitoba Sask border, somewhere there. We had a bit of a bollard there, I think. But I'm not... I know the Quebec bollards and I know the Alberta Northwest Territories. I'm pretty sure I forgot the Manitoba and Sask bollards already. And the smaller signposts next to the road as well. Maybe if we do get a signpost somewhere with a road number with a unique symbol, I'd be able to identify which of the provinces it is. But for now, I'm quite clueless. I could be in the wrong part of the country as well. But this shouldn't be BC. This shouldn't be like Yukon, Northwest Territories. Pretty sure I can rule out Newfie, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia. Probably Quebec as well. I'm thinking this is just somewhere more northern in the middle of the country. But yeah, I mean, for me, these aren't really fun rounds. I mean, a lot of the better players would have probably just insta-sent right off the bat, knowing that these are just going to be boring dirt roads without any clues. But I'm unfortunately not at that level of confidence on a double multiplier. So these are going to be rounds that are going to be taking a bit longer. And in one of the videos, I sped them up. Some people did like the speeding ups, others didn't. So I'm just going to keep it like this for now. Okay. Well, that sign doesn't say arrêt. And everything's in English. Okay, this would have been much better. What did I do? Is that... Yeah, that's Sask. Okay. Yeah, another stupid move for me. We're going to be in Sask, Pierceland, and Loon Lake. How far north are you going to be? Probably not too much. Okay, we're on the 21 North and the 669, I think it was. 21 North and 669. Let's have a look at those. And then Pierceland and Loon Lake. This round could have been a lot shorter. Okay, there's the 21 North. Let's go even further north. As far as it lets us go north. Okay, there's Pierceland. Yeah, that was bad for me. Pierceland, 45 West, Loon Lake, East. I mean, I'm not finding Loon Lake. Can I find the 669 though? Okay, this is confusing me. Okay, there's Loon Lake. This is 669. Okay, so I'm gonna be somewhere here. Okay. That doesn't actually line up, but I'm not gonna take the time to line it up even more. Because I think I'm going to be better off just sending somewhere in the near vicinity now and hope that they don't get the state. Yeah. If I had just gone this way and found those signs straight away, then maybe I could have won the game there. But somehow I always managed to pick the wrong way. Okay, Latvian signage. Never mind. Is it then Bulgarian signage? I thought it was Romania at first, but I mean it fits much more for Bulgaria now. We have enough we even have bus stops that look a lot like Slovakian bus stops and such. I'm thinking this is going to be like northeastern Bulgaria. Any clues from the taxi? Okay, it disappeared. Yeah, sure. Okay, this and first. I shouldn't be taking this much time against a bit lower rated opponents like this. I do have a mountain there, so I'm gonna send like there. Downtown Sofia, of course. Right next to the airport. Makes sense for the English to be there as well. Triple damage. Is this Russia? Great. Kangalas. Stancia. Lazur. Bereg. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know this coverage. I think it might be Yakutsk. Do I want to risk Yakutsk on 3 times multi? I probably should. Generation 4. I've got some trees. Okay, it says Irkutsk there. Could still be anywhere though. Could still be anywhere. Because, I mean, Irkutsk is the next biggest city over. But that, like the Ulan-Ude cheetah area doesn't have a lot of vegetation. I can't read any of that, unfortunately. I mean, that just says Irkutsk, so let's just go near Irkutsk. I think I gotta trust it. There's a place name. Razrez 15. This might have been... Yeah, bro. That's so poor. It was Yakutsk. I saw 2 things saying Irkutsk and I trusted it, even though I knew it was going to be Yakutsk with the trees. That's so stupid. That is so stupid. And that's such a weak thing for me. Like, I called out the Bratsk round and then I called out something else as well in the previous games. And here I say, this just looks like Yakutsk. And then the Irkutsk signs make me go Irkutsk. I mean, the blue sign didn't really make me want to go Irkutsk because it could have just been sending us that way. But the bigger sign in the distance. Why would you say Irkutsk and Yakutsk? It says Yakutsk. Okay. That's so stupid. I can't believe I read Irkutsk there because it's a reversed R, but it's Yakutsk. Okay, let's forget this round. That was stupid. That was very dumb for me. And unfortunately, I mean, I don't even lose there necessarily because the opponent is better. I lose there because of my own stupid mistake. We're up against BZH again. Losing 28 points. If we win this, we're probably going to gain back 3 points. Very well played by BZH. That is a deserved victory because if I do make a mistake like that, then of course that is unforgivable. We're just going to be in Poland here. I don't think I'm ever going to narrow down the region. It is kind of hilly. I'm pretty sure the blue sign even said Yakutsk as well, now that I'm thinking about it. And I think my Latin script brain just saw the R and thought of it straight away as Irkutsk. Even though I read on the smaller blue sign, I did read the reverse R as a ya. Yeah, I'm sorry for everyone that is fluent in Cyrillic. Or just better at the game than I am. That is a very, very stupid mistake to make. Unfortunately. But that's the way it goes. Okay, next up is going to be Croatia, I think. I'm not going to think too long about this round. I think I just got to get the move on in these games and start trusting myself a bit more. And of course it was Greece. Okay, I'm going to straight away eat my words and going to take more time because I'm not good like that. Okay, I'm throwing. Let's recuperate. Let's get back to winning ways. We're gonna be in Spain here. Mountain range to the north. Let's go Castilla-La Mancha. This has been very eventful. I mean, these are the highs and lows. Okay, we're in Aragon, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, those are just skill issues. Let's call them skill issues. Because they are. Okay, next up Italy. Don't know if there's going to be a place name on here. Okay. What is the architecture telling me? More northern, definitely. But I wouldn't know where. Safe hedge would probably be Florence, Firenze. But, I mean, it doesn't really feel like they're... 03. Could fit. Maybe it's like Bologna. Let's send there. Maybe we're even in the Alps. And of course I find place names now. Varese. Nice. I saw the Alps in the distance. On the right. Okay. I need to just start playing like I always play. Maybe take a bit more time because that is what I'm used to. Maybe I'm just not ready to start no moving penning or to like start playing no moving. Okay, we're gonna be in Spain here. Pretty certain it's gotta be like Galicia then. Maybe Asturias, Cantabria. Don't know what these rock walls are telling me though. Alright, I'm probably gonna have to go with a bit of a safe hedge. I could be on the wrong side of the country. Could be out here. Because maybe the poles were a bit more French and the rock walls maybe fit a bit more for that area as well. Bro, what am I doing? I'm going crazy. What am I doing? Why did I think that was Spain? Okay, I'm winning this game. I'm winning this game. Enugu. Surely that's not lying to me. If that sign's lying to me, then I might just have to quit after this game. I might have to retire. Okay, good. 2,000 health against 6,000 health. It's looking quite difficult, but with the Maltese, anything can happen still. So let's just trust. I'm going to be in Uruguay here. Colonia. Is that Colonia del Sacramento? Kind of might feel like that. But I mean, it says a different name. Okay, I do gotta be a bit careful now because I can't just start randomly sending locations since I am low on health. Route of 45 is 19 to the east. Surely we can find it. 50s are there. 60s, 10s. There's the 43. I'm not gonna find the 45, am I? 44 is there. Zooming in doesn't make a difference. Okay, I found the 40, the 43, and the 44. But where's the 45? 46? 49? Okay. Probably gotta stay in here because it does feel more coastal. Don't be north. Good. There's the 45. It stretches all the way there. Good. Okay, 600 points. We're number 8, triple damage. Kyrgyzstan, we're on the near the river. Is it this river? I don't think the road will line up anywhere there. Maybe like that part. Don't think it fits. Interesting. Could be on the wrong river. Could be down there as well. Northern Mirror. Yeah, I don't think I can risk too much. I thought there was a river with a smaller road as well somewhere. Yeah, I'm a bit clueless. Karakol Road. I think that does have the Northern Mirror, and the Kazarman Road has Southern Mirror. So I'm just gonna do it. Surely I'm not on the wrong side of the country. Okay, good. It's gonna be a few more points. 1,000 points actually. We're number 9. 3.5 times multi. I mean, I can still do this. I should be able to just... I should be able to win. That's his Lahata too. I'm gonna trust it, and I'm gonna hope that he misses it. Surely that's not bait. I'm not even gonna move around. I mean, we've got Sabapols as well. Hopefully he misses the clues here. He doesn't. 4. Number 10, quadruple damage. I think we're gonna be in southern US. Well, definitely. Santa Elena Canyon, Castellon. I don't know the US bollards. If I had to guess a state here, I'd probably go... This is such a distinct landscape, but I would probably go around here. Of course, we're entering Generation 1 that way. Wish we didn't get stuck on moving like this. I mean, it kind of gives Grand Canyon vibes, but not really, because that is very red and very far down. But to me, this doesn't feel like Idaho or something strange. Up north. Let's check the plates. We've got blue plates. Don't tell me it's Wyoming, Montana, because then I'm going to be in a very, very bad spot. Green plate even. I don't like this. Can I ever read that sign? Probably just says the same. We had a short bollard there as well, but I don't think it's going to give me too much info. There's a sign I missed. Canyon Overlook. Great. I really don't want to switch away from where my guess currently is, but those blue plates, of course they could have traveled, but it's kind of worrying me. And this might be another very long round if they don't find anything or don't decide to send anytime soon. They're from France, so I don't know how well their USA knowledge is going to be. Santa Elena Canyon, I've never heard of it. Might be a big thing though in the US. But for now it's going to be maybe a bit of boring moving. Maybe I'm going to scan real quickly. Wyoming. And we've got Yellowstone. Surely this isn't Montana. I mean, it could be, but if it is, then we'll probably get to the point where he found a clue and I still haven't found it. Well, that bollard, I mean, brown bollards, I thought those were maybe, could it ever be down south? I thought brown bollards were like New Mexico, but and I haven't considered Texas either, but I wouldn't know where to look in Texas. I know they have some canyons, but I'm not too sure where. Franklin Mountains. I mean, surely it's not somewhere there. I know I'm gonna embarrass myself, but I just gotta check to make sure. Anything up here? Yeah. Brown bollards, I think they are more of a southern thing. The brown kilometer markers, that is. So I'm probably gonna stick with New Mexico, because I mean, I thought it was there in the first place, down somewhere south, since we do have canyons. And as far as I'm aware, I'm not sure where this is gonna be otherwise. Maybe it's gonna be near the Mexican border or something. I don't know. I'm gonna go there. Big Bend. We don't win there. Wow. Big Bend. I've maybe had one round in Big Bend. And that didn't look recognizable to me at all. Good thing I stuck with New Mexico though. That was my first instinct. Okay, we're somewhere in Greece. I can read Greek, but I'm not really finding anything here. So, sure. Don't have the Crete antenna. Probably just gonna hedge on the peninsula. Somewhere near Athens. If I don't find anything. Sure. This looks like it could be a sign with place names. Theologos. Never heard of you. Maybe by chance you'll pop up somewhere. Probably a stupid thing to do on 4.5 times multi. Okay, at least we've taken the lead. A good lead now. The gameplay is very laggy again. Castri, Larnaki. Castri, I've heard of Castri. Where is Castri? Surely this is not on an island. That would be devastating. Castri and Larnaki. Pretty sure I've heard of those places before, and we are in Theologos. Let's find another blue sign. What is this movement though? I really want to find a blue sign with the yellow text, because those are often the most useful. Don't know what this movement is. Come on. Horse trekking, great. Well, it's looking like a middle hedge at this point. Wouldn't know where else to go. Nothing. Okay, I'm gonna look for Castri, Larnaki and Theologos one more time, because surely I can find one of them. La Paz. That's Castro. I know that the Greeks often spell words differently. I'm not seeing Larnaki or Theologos though. So maybe it isn't there. Okay, probably got a middle hedge. Was all the way up north. Tassos. Never would have gotten that. Never would have gotten that. Alright, round number 12. 5 times damage, by the way. We are in New Zealand. That is not favorable, I think. I'm often quite bad at actually recognizing North and South Island even. I do know like street sign metas and such, but yeah, in general I'm quite poor at New Zealand. Okay, we don't have holy poles, but it does feel like North Island to me. Ooh, this could actually be like the hills near Blenheim. That's a bit of a safe hedge as well. I'm gonna check in a moment if I maybe went the wrong way. Should have gone the other way. Passing a bridge here. Yeah, they can easily win here as well. 400 points. And then they have done the double over us. Palmerston North. Okay. Where am I heading to? So let's not waste too much time. Let's check this sign though. Main route. Okay, I'm just gonna send somewhere in there. 32 to the north. Surely it can't be that bad. We might be there though. Let's hope they didn't go this way. Didn't find any clues. I just pointed at the 5k. Mangamere. Couldn't have won there though. Couldn't have lost there. So I'm fine with it. 5.5 times multi now. Leaf meta. Short antenna. Long antenna. Sorry. I'm confusing myself already. We're gonna be either in Montenegro or Albania. And at first I thought Monty. That's a single blue strip. Probably just gotta send Podgorica then. Could be Nikšić. Could be completely wrong. Mountains are quite far in the distance there. I'm not too sure where I want to go. I don't think I can lose if it is something... I mean, if it is something up north, then I can lose. That doesn't hold any clues. It's not necessarily feeling like Podgorica to me. But it is quite a big city. That does say Podgorica. We're looking at the city from the east, so let's go there. From the west. We're looking at it towards the east. It even said the district there. 6 times multi now. Just give me Netherlands. Pinpointable Netherlands. That's all I'm asking for. Gonna be in Europe though. Somewhere. Rauzovac. Is that Croatia? Yellow sign, generation 4. Croatia or Slovenia. And I know that Czechia sometimes likes using those signs as well. And we had a Croatia round before, which I thought was Czechia. That might have said Zagreb on the right. I'm not too sure. That's a Zagreb, surely. Surely I go somewhere near Zagreb. Okay. All or nothing. 6 times multi. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and we lose twice against BZH. If I'm right, then hopefully he doesn't know the country. And we win. Well, we're closer there, but I don't think it's enough. Or is it? It is. Okay, that's just an unlucky way to lose. 5 points though. We regained 5 points from the 28 that we lost. We've been recording for an hour. I think I'm going to have to call it there, unfortunately. I really want to continue playing, but I think the episode is just going to be way too long. 1637, we lost, what is it, 11 rating. I think I'm going to record another video straight away. It's probably going to be uploaded tomorrow then. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. We're gonna get there. I'm gonna get better. I've made stupid mistakes this episode. I'm gonna make sure that I don't do that again. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for liking and subscribing. The support has been amazing. We've reached 2 videos over 1,000 views now as well. Let's continue the support. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.